What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. I hope you guys all had a pretty good Thanksgiving. Basically, we did have one of the biggest weeks for modding in Fallout 4 that we have had for a long time. We had a bunch of pretty major releases, some of the more minor ones that are definitely mods I'll be using over the long haul, and some of the other ones are definitely some crazy big mods that a lot of people are going to be using. Unfortunately, Xbox users didn't really get too many releases, although one major release that definitely should hold them over for at least a little while. With all that being said, if you guys do enjoy the series, I really encourage you to consider subscribing. But with that, let's just jump right into it. The first mod I do want to show you guys is the 9mm pistol. So this is a mod I did do a bit of coverage on in my upcoming mod series. The mod author was posting a lot of work in progress shots of the pistol, and it is extremely high quality. That being the textures and the model itself. On top of that, this pistol actually has a lot of kind of more unique or custom weapon mods than some of the other pistols out there. It doesn't just have a traditional silencer, it has a kind of long and different silencer, as well as you could actually equip a full stock and kind of long barrel on the thing to make it look and actually function as almost a medium range pistol, rifle. I don't really know what you would call it at that point, but it's pretty cool. I really like seeing those different modifications. It makes it stand out from some of the other options out there. All the animations and the sounds work, although it doesn't have custom sounds, but the mod author has said he does plan on adding that in the future. I think with the addition of custom sounds, this would be definitely one of the top tier pistol mods. Right now, it's just a pretty good pistol mod, definitely worth a download still, and all around quite a fun one to use. Definitely going to be very polished, and pretty much now putting the 9mm pistol to bed in at least my eyes. Automatically lowered weapons is going to be a huge quality of life mod for all the PC users out there. Basically, what this does is kind of add in that function called lowered weapons. There's a mod called lowered weapons or button lowered weapons. Well, this one's going to do it basically when you are around enemies or in combat. So those other mods will just lower your weapons after a certain amount of time, or one of them you hit a button to lower your weapons. This one, if you are in combat in the last 3 seconds or there's combat going on around you, your weapons will either be raised or lowered. So if you're out of combat and 3 seconds passes by, your weapons will lower down. It's a relatively simple mod, but a very cool and nice way to do this. Before, you could have enemies shooting around you and you just be like, oh, I'm gonna lower my weapon. Well, it just felt really out of place and looked kind of funky. Fortunately, this mod will fix that, and I think this is the way it should be implemented into the game to look the nicest and feel the best. So up next we have Nuclear Reloaded. So this is actually a really cool mod. Through Fallout 4, there's a lot of green mods or just different weather mods adding in a ton of new effects and just vegetation into the game. One big gripe I've had with many of those is that it's a little bit too green. It makes the game look like it's like a bright, vibrant, living place, which doesn't really fit the theme of Fallout 4 all too well. Although it does look good, I think there's always been a better way to do that. Well, I think we finally got that better way, and that's going to come with Nuclear Reloaded. Basically, it's going to add in trees and a lot of vegetation in kind of an autumn style. So it's going to be a little bit darker of a green. It's not going to be as bright and vibrant, but it's still going to be pretty colorful, at least comparatively to the dirt that was there previously. But on top of that, it's actually going to add in some blasted trees and kind of ruined regions. Basically, what this mod is aiming to do is make it look like the Commonwealth is rebuilding. There are still areas where you're going to find some destroyed vegetation and again blasted trees, but a lot of the other areas have since grown back in the 100 years since the bombs dropped and do have a lot more trees and grass growing there now. This mod also adds in a few different weather effects which are going to kind of go along with that. It's not doom and gloom, but it's definitely a gloomy and darker feel to the game, which again I think really fits the theme of the game very well. I really like this mod. It's the one I'm probably going to be using going forward as far as green mods go, and all around I think it's definitely worth a download. So up next we have the Overboss Outfit. So this is kind of just a cool outfit mod. There's nothing really crazy about it. It's relatively simple in style, more or less being a little bit of a dress and stockings and an over jacket with it, but I just think again it looks very cool. This is by Deserter X, who has made some really high quality armor mods and really clothing mods for Fallout 4 and Skyrim in the past. He is definitely pretty renowned. And again, I think this is just a pretty cool outfit mod for your female characters out there. I just think it looks kind of like badass. It makes them seem like almost like a weird biker thing that just looks really cool. There's been a lot of good outfit mods coming out as of late, and I think this is definitely going to be one of the top ones of the bunch. All around, in my eyes at least, definitely worth a download. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. Those are all kind of the major mod releases this week. Nothing else really did come out. JK, we also did get one of the biggest mod releases we've gotten in a very long time, and that's going to be the Mercenary pack. So this was a major mod release for two main reasons. First and foremost, if you guys never heard of Lord of War, he did make some of the best armor mods for Fallout 4 thus far. Unfortunately, he was having a lot of problems with the release of Bethesda.net and mods on consoles that people were stealing his mods and porting them over without his permission. Then Bethesda.net weren't stopping those people, so a lot of mod authors did get frustrated, Lord of War in particular, and did leave this community, and with that, a lot of his mods were deleted or just kind of removed for the time being. Well, now he has returned with this new mod called the Mercenary pack. What it first and foremost is going to do is reestablish all of his old mods. So the B90, the Scavenge NCR armor, and the Rebel did make a return with this mod. These are some of the highest quality armor mods we really had for Fallout 4 thus far, and I gotta say they're actually some of my favorites as well. Even beyond that, it actually added in a ton of new armor mods also. So that's going to be basically the Mercenary armor is the big release with this. It's kind of a very modular armor kit that you could change the colors, and it has a lot of different accessories. But even beyond that, we got a new variant for the Rebel, as well as a few other mods and smaller armor mods added in by this. It has very quickly become like the definitive armor mod to download. It is very cool, very high quality, and has a lot of content with it. And it was day one available on Xbox One as well as PC. So a huge shout out to Lord of War for making his return. I can't imagine you guys haven't heard of this mod. It's been pretty much all over everywhere for the past week. So now I'm actually going to wrap up this video. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys again did have a good kind of Thanksgiving weekend and all that. To all you college kids out there, hopefully you have a good next couple of weeks. I know it's going to be a fun one leading into finals for me. I'm going to try and maintain the kind of rate I've been uploading videos, but we'll see what happens. As always, again, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.